Recently, I came across a video on a very popular platform that I'm not sure if I can name here, so I'm just gonna say the app's name is the sound a clock would make. If you know, you know. Anyway, I came across a video where this girl was talking about how much she wants to see New York and live the New York dream and, be a city girl. And as someone who lives in New York, I gotta say, you don't want to live here. And I know a lot of people say that when others are like, oh, I want to live where you live. And I probably sound like a broken record, but trust me, you don't want to live here. First and foremost, I don't live in one of the boroughs. I live somewhere that would be considered living in the city. And when I meet people online that say, whoa, you live in New York, it must be so pretty with all the city lights. And okay, I also don't live in an area where I can see the city and its lights. But honestly, my take on New York is that it's overwhelmingly suffocating. The buses are almost always packed, and it's a really rare gem if you get into a bus with barely anybody on it. And the prices in New York? Skyrocket every damn day you wake up. It's like really rare to find places that have like low prices in New York because as soon as you do, you immediately take advantage of them. And I feel like that's an unspoken rule here in New York. Like, guys, I don't know how much mayonnaise is for you in your country or state, but in New York, the big jug is $14 and the smaller one is $8 for mayonnaise. It's just the sauce. So obviously living here isn't the dream you would think it is. And you're probably thinking, well, obviously New York is expensive. It's New York. Or I'm putting words in your mouth. I don't know. But there's a lot of places that are nicer and less expensive. Like Florida. I can't speak for everyone who lives in Florida, but for the most part, people who live there say that it's like one of the only places that aren't that expensive. I feel like the only places in Florida that are expensive are Universal Studios and Disney World. It makes sense. But other than that, have at it. And again, I can't speak for everyone in Florida. There are probably places that are unnecessarily overpriced. So feel free to tell me about it in the comments. Because even though there are some people who enjoy living in places like Florida, I know it can still be a struggle. And apart from prices, New York doesn't shine well in a nice area department. Sure, there are places that have like nice areas that seem like small neighborhoods that are quiet, but if you go beyond those places, New York is like never sleeping. It's always loud half the time with like music blasting outside at 3 in the morning. And you can't really tell the difference between a firework or a gunshot. It's like a hit or miss. When you're just sitting there doing absolutely nothing and you hear something outside your window go bang. You're sitting there like, well, it's mid-May, so it can't possibly be a firework unless they're celebrating earlier. And that wouldn't make sense. Usually they start in like June. And even then, they continue the fireworks until August. September, if you will. Nah, I'm sure the person's fine. And then you hear sirens and it's like, oh, no. And cards again. I will definitely make more stories about New York, like buses stories or even about the pools. Because this video was definitely shorter than I imagined it would be. I just wanted to let y'all know that New York isn't the spring fling queen as you guys make her out to be. But let me know if you have any problems where you live about the prices or different situations. And with that, I'll see you guys soon.